You know what? If your closers are handling objections at the end of the sales calls, you already lost a massive amount of deals. Let me explain. There's something most closers never notice in those first minutes of call. A small moment that decides everything. I will come back to it, but most people assume the deal breaks at, I need to think about it. That's not where it happens. I've seen closers move from 18% of close rate to 40% of close rate just by changing the first 180 seconds of the call. And I will break down what changed. The real pattern is simple. The deal is set long before objections show up. And people try to fix objections, so they talk more, explain more, and push harder when resistance appears. That's where control slips. What they miss is this. High-level founders pick up on a few specific signals in the first few minutes. That signal decides whether they trust you or mentally step out. I'm not naming it yet, but it drives everything that follows. And once that moment goes wrong, the decision is already forming. Everything after is just them justifying it to themselves. That's where most closers quietly lose 10k to 50k deals without realizing when it happened. Here's what actually causes it. The first issue is weak energy at the start. People rush into explaining their offer in the first 2 minutes, and it lowers authority immediately. The second issue is over-talking. Closers explain too much too early to fill silence, which keeps curiosity and lowers the perceived value of the calls. The third issue is losing direction, because the founder, high-level founder, starts leading the conversation and the closer loses control of the frame. Top closers don't spend their time fixing objections. They remove what creates them. It comes down to how you start the call and how you set up the frame. Used correctly, change how the entire conversation is interpreted. The founder stops testing your closer and starts listening actually. And once that early frame is set correctly, objections shift. They stopped feeling like resistance and start showing up as a confirmation that the conversation is on track. If your closer still hears something like I need to think about it, something in those first minutes is breaking. And most people never go back and look there.